All right, so let's go ahead and make this ultimately look like this over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our sidebar up with Control B, click on our fact.view and get started on that. So there's quite a bit less CSS right here, or HTML rather, than the other home component. So we're gonna gut out the fact name right there. We're going to put in div class of container because we want everything kind of centered within that containing element. We're going to add section class equals section. Again, that's coming from Balma. Inside of here, we're going to add our h1 class equals title. Make it fac. And then also h2 for a subtitle. Class is subtitle and is 4. And that's for a size. So I'm just going to type in real quickly lorem ipsum and all of that jazz. All right. And then after it, we're going to have our columns. So div class equals columns. We're going to add a v if actually, and we're going to use also a v4 directive to iterate through a public API. Just to show you how that's done. But let's get the HTML ready first. So div class equals member column. So you start off with columns and then you add a column and is 1/3, right? Because we're gonna have 3 of these, which will add up to 12. Inside of here, we're gonna use cards again. So div class equals card. We're going to have div class equals card hyphen content. And then inside of here, we're going to have p class equals title. I'm just going to put my title for now. We'll use interpolation momentarily. And then answer. Oops, not yet. My answer. There we go. So if we save that, head on over to our app here. There we go. We got our fac, subtitle, my title, and my answer. So let's go ahead and actually pull from a public API. It's called JSON placeholder. I've used it before in other tutorials with Angular. And it just allows you to just pull in some mock JSON data like comments and pictures and posts and all that stuff. So to do that, we're going to use an HTTP library that works well with Vue called Axios. So to do that, we're going to use npm to install it. So let's go back to our console. We're going to type in npm install Axios and save it. All right, once that's complete, we'll go back to our project. And just after the script tag, we're going to import it. So we import Axios from Axios, very simple. All right, next here in our exports, we're going to have after name, we're going to have data, and this is an arrow function which we can use, and we can pass in facts or name it facts as an array, and also if we have any errors as well. After that, we're going to put in a comma, and on the created method for a life cycle, so when this component gets created, then it's going to call upon Axios. So axios.get method, and then we pass in the URL that we want. Let me just show you the site real quickly that we're going to access this from, just for your reference. So this is the site. Here's the URL if you want to visit. And it's basically just a fake online REST API for testing and prototyping. And it gives you the resources that you can access right here. So we're going to use posts, which simply has a title and a body that we can access, which we will. So real quick, let's close that out. And I'm going to paste that in. Actually, it's HTTP, paste that in, and then posts. All right. And then we reference then, all right, the response And we're going to reference our facts. This.facts equals the response.data. It mentioned on a site it returns like 100 results. We don't want that many, so we're going to use a slice method to return just the first 10. All right, and then optionally we can catch it here, E, and this.errors.push E. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. And up here, we have to do a little bit of work with our Vue directives. So first we say v if facts and, so we put double ampersands, facts.length. Next we put over here v-for fac of facts. Now we reference fac here through interpolation. So for the title, we'll put in double curly braces, fac.title. Copy this real quick, and then also fac.body. So we'll save. And there we go. So there's an issue where based on Flexbox, there's no wrapping right now. So it's kind of just, those 10 results are just flying off to the side. So let's go ahead and fix up that with some real quick CSS. So we'll come down here and we're going to reference real quickly our PD. Oh, it's padding rather. 2.5 EM 0, 1.5 EM 0. And then also our answer. Margin top is 10 pixels. So we're just kind of pushing it away from the question. We're going to make it also gray. Not Gary Gray, Jesus. And then also finally columns, we'll fix that issue with the wrapping. We place in flex wrap. We want it to wrap. So let's save it and go back. And there we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so that's how you create a very simple app here using Vue.js. So hopefully that gave you enough kind of experience or to get your feet wet with a Vue.js app. And now in the next portion of this course, we're going to focus on recreating the same exact app with our fact page and pulling in from an API, both within Angular and also React.